2024. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this evening, federal government labor in emergency meeting over nationwide strike. Courts, banks, schools in Rivers State comply with labor nationwide strike. Staple food prices rise under President Tinubu's administration. On the foreign scene, US to unveil new immigration order tomorrow. I am Constance Mega.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
The federal government is currently in a meeting with labor leaders in Abuja. It comes as the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, began a nationwide indefinite strike today over a new minimum wage for workers. The meeting, which is presently ongoing, has the NLC President Joe Ajero and his TUC counterpart Festus Osifo in attendance. On the government side is Secretary to the Government of the Federation George Akume, Minister of Information Mohammed Idris, Labour Minister Kiruka Onyejocha, among others. In the meantime, the Labour Party has called on both the federal government and the organised labour to reach an agreement for the sake of suffering Nigerians. A statement by the party's National Publicity Secretary Obio Raifo said Nigeria has been thrown into darkness, with hospitals shut, throwing Nigerians into yet another hardship. He urged the government and Labour to shift grounds to relieve Nigerians of the suffering that the industrial action has caused. In Rivers State, banks, courts and schools in Port Harcourt and its environs were closed in compliance with the nationwide strike, while flights were also disrupted at the Port Harcourt International Airport. Correspondent Soibio Ruwari, who monitored the workers' compliance level, reports that the entrance and exit points of the ever-busy Rivers State Secretariat Complex and the State Judicial Complex were locked, where the strike monitoring team of the NLC and TUC visited some offices within the Port Harcourt metropolis to enforce compliance. Well, Secretary of the committee, Anthony Nwachukwu, tells our correspondent that the committee is impressed by the determination of workers. Mr. Nwachukwu said the monitoring will continue till the National Leadership of Labour issues a directive.
There have been several skirmishes. We've heard of what happened to Honorable Darlington Oji, the former chief.
We have today visited various places to ensure compliance. Sent to Federal High Court, we shut down those areas. We moved to Federal Secretariat. We observed that some skeletal work is going on. We lock up the place and then we met the management and asked them to leave the premises, and they also complied with us. We went to all the banks in Oluwabanjo. We have met total compliance. We also went to share. We have also observed that few work is going on there. We have also shut down that place. We will be there tomorrow early morning to also ensure that they have also complied to the national directive.
Also, the chairman of Nigerian Civil Service Union in Rivers State, Chuks Osuma, spoke on why civil servants are complying fully with the strike.
You as a senator, you can argue that a worker should receive 30,000 naira, even up to now 60,000 naira for 1 month with a family of 6-7. I think it's an injustice to Nigerian workers. And we are pleading with the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to please address this issue that Rivers State government has nothing to do with this strike. Left for the Rivers State government, we would have compromised this strike. We wouldn't have gone for this strike. The governor has done so much for us. He has promised us that he's just waiting for the federal government. Immediately the federal government pronounce something, we know that he will be the first to pay.
In the same vein, the chairman of Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, Juson Spiff Golding, said his members will continue to block the entrance and exit points of all courts in the state till further notice.
Our take home cannot even take us home, and nothing is being done. Can no longer pretend that all is well in Nigeria. It is not well. Workers are suffering. But we are saying that life is no longer easy for Nigerians. To see what is going on, my attention was drawn to this place. In fact, they are the ones that put up this canopy here, that I was saying here, that they were being intimidated by some persons that they don't know. And at that point, luckily, police people came to calm the place.
In the meantime, some business operators in Port Harcourt spoke to our correspondent on how the strike has affected their daily profits.
It's affecting my food business in a way that we are not selling. Look at the time and there are no customers. Unlike other days or before now, everywhere will be crowded with customers. But today, everywhere is just scanty and very dry.
There is no money in the country. So the strike is affecting me, although it's a good thing. But I want them to stand their ground. They should not go and take bribe. It's affecting my business, and it's also good. I like it. Let us all feel it.
Barber friends now, look at, they cannot earn jet because of the strike. So the fuel is too high. In fact, the life is too hard for us.
But it took them 2 days to pass the changing of the national anthem into law and enforce it on Nigerians. So why can't they do the same thing when it comes to the lives of Nigerians and their daily lives and how they improve on every day?
In Abuja, the Parliamentary Staff Union of Nigeria, PASAN, shut down the National Assembly, denying workers and visitors access into the complex. They also stopped the supply of water to the National Assembly. Still to come, staple food prices rise under President Tinubu administration. Stay tuned. Port Harcourt today has shown that staple foods rose by over 100% in May as compared to prices before the President Bola Tinubu administration came on board. The survey included food items like local rice, tomatoes, beans and gari, among others, while the cost of a 50 kg bag of Nigerian rice rose by 97.5% year-on-year from 40,000 naira in 2023 to 79,000 naira in 2024, while a cup of Nigerian rice rose by 125% from 200 naira in 2023 to 450 naira in 2024. A custard rubber of beans rose from 2,000 naira to 6,500 naira, and a cup rose from 230 naira in 2023 to 450 naira in 2024. A 25-liter of groundnut oil surged by 58.8%, rising from 34,000 naira in 2023 to 54,000 naira in 2024. A liter of groundnut oil rose from 2,000 naira to 3,300 naira. For palm oil, a litre which was sold for 1,000 naira in 2023 is now selling for 1,500 naira, and half a litre for 750 naira. A custard rubber of crayfish now sells for 8,000 naira. Well, gari prices have also risen, with a custard rubber rising from 800 naira in 2023 to 4,000 naira today, half a rubber from 400 naira to 2,000 naira, and a cup currently at 450 naira. Tomatoes also jumped from 3,000 naira per custard rubber to about 8,500 naira, and half a rubber for 4,500. While the price of eggs have also doubled, with the crate increasing from 2,000 naira to 4,000 naira and about 4,500 naira, and a single egg is now selling for between 150 naira to about 200 naira. Still on this, an old layer of chicken rose from 3,700 naira in 2023 to 6,000 naira in 2024. A jumbo chicken rose from 8,000 naira to 10,000 naira, while a broiler increased from 5,000 naira to 8,000 naira, depending on the size. Well, some Rivers residents, while reacting to the continuous increase in the price of staple food items, urged the government to implement policies that will address the ongoing hardship faced by Nigerians.
Gary now be the worst. Big Gary one cost 4,000. This thing before it be 500. Before it be say 4,000 we don't. Now only the 4,000 only for Gary. They go say strike. They go the next day they don't call off the strike. Since when they go waiting me the improvement.
Even big thing they carry from them say there's trouble in there. Even madmen they don't drive finish because when you go to the Doins Bay you will see many things to eat. But now nothing like that.
They should do something open border so that goods will start coming in.
Well, some traders also spoke to our correspondent.
Mongolia is 8. Mongolia is 78.
The fish will be 35,000. 40 to the price say high, 60 the price say high. The fish 100 and 200 naira the fish will.
So the north now, they are battling with bandits, kidnappers, and most of their target are the farmers.
The Canada of the badness. Insecurity and fear, you know the country. If a woman go farm, they will kill her. Are we going farm again? Our family, they know what to do.
Make government help us. Make it to come down.
The news continues after this break. Stay tuned. Kolosi communities in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State are counting their losses after yesterday's heavy rain caused severe flash floods there. Correspondent Emeko Tuka, who visited the communities, reports that several buildings were submerged, forcing residents to flee their homes. A concerned resident of Elibolo, Ihunda Nna, spoke about the devastating impact of the flood and explained that the flooding was caused by the overflow of the Ntawoba Canal, which connects the communities.
For past 2 days now, the people of Elibolo and Rupakolose and Deluz who have left our home 3 years back now, when the former governor, we are trying to channel this flood from Mbolu River down to this canal. We went and blocked them, including the city chairman of the community who blocked them at Roma Hollow. They agreed that every year that they will be coming to clean this canal for us because of the level of the water they will channel into this canal. And since then, it was channeled to this canal. That is when we start expecting this issue. Property worth millions of naira have been destroyed.
Mr. Nna appealed to the Rivers State government and relevant authorities to assist the communities. But some affected residents and landlords also spoke.
This yesterday, I have not accessed my room. As I'm talking to you, I walked inside this water since yesterday from 9 o'clock when this canal in Tamoba.
We need government to clean the canal for us.
Unfortunately, I woke up and I saw that all my compound has been flooded with water. All my tenants, everybody has run out of the compound. So since yesterday, not had our bath, so we are pleading on the relevant agency to come to our aid.
I feel very bad, but since yesterday we are not eating. We run off our house, so we need help from government so that we can have place to stay.
The solution to this thing is to bring excavators to clean up the canal. You can see with your eyes that people have packed out.
It's not something an individual can do effectively because it's highly capital intensive. Government should come in.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
U.S. President Joe Biden is expected to issue a sweeping new executive order aimed at curbing migrant arrivals at the U.S.-Mexico border tomorrow. Under the planned order, U.S. officials could swiftly deport migrants who enter the U.S. illegally without processing their asylum requests once a daily threshold is met. More than 6.4 million migrants have been stopped crossing into the U.S. illegally during Joe Biden's administration, a record high that has left him politically vulnerable as he campaigns for re-election. And that's the news this evening. But before we go, let's take a look at the highlights. You heard that the federal government and labor unions are in an emergency meeting over the ongoing nationwide strike. Courts, banks and schools in Rivers State complied with the law's nationwide strike today. A survey has shown that staple food prices rose about over 100% under the President Tinubu administration. On the foreign scene, the U.S. will unveil a new immigration order tomorrow. The news was edited by Martha Okerenkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Constance Mega. Thank you so much for listening. Good evening.